Welcome. In this video, we will discuss about the Tele-Law. So what Tele-Law is all about, what are the constitutional provision associated with it, is there any statutory law which is in place, and what are its all provisions. So that is the overall agenda of this video. We will discuss that about in detail in this particular video. So let's begin. So the Tele-Law touched a new milestone recently by providing legal service aid to 4 million beneficiary through a common service center. So this is particularly why the Tele-Law was in news, because it actually touched a milestone. Think about it, 4 million people were able to get benefit from the Tele-Law, and that is done through the common service center. Now what is common service center? So basically it is a program which is an initiative of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, or what we call in short as METI. So that serve as an access points for delivery of various electronic services to villages in India, thereby contributing to digitally and financially inclusive society. So the Digital India goal and the New India goal, which the Prime Minister of India has envisioned, Common Service Center has a very important role to play in it. So they provide kind of an access points, like your computer would be set up over there, internet connectivity would be there, and hence the people in the villages who does not have the enough resources, they could just directly go to the Common Service Center and get all the connectivity requirement in order to avail various services, including the Tele-Law. So that initiative was started by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, and through that particular centers, recently what happened, there were like 4 million beneficiary was counted who have availed the benefit of Tele-Law. Now let's try to understand what Tele-Law is about. So it is launched by the Ministry of Law and Justice in collaboration with Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology in 2017. So the Tele-Law was first launched in 2017 in collaboration with which two ministry? Ministry of Law and Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Think about it, the kind of field that they are dealing with is actually associated with law, and the resources through which they are trying to get connect is managed by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So that only means then they will have to work in the collaboration. So what was the main purpose? The purpose was to address cases at pre-litigation stage. So before the things go into the court, before the litigation start, if some kind of resolution or some kind of like legal advice could be provided to the people, that could be done through the Tele-Law. It is a services that uses the video conferencing facilities and telephone services to connect lawyers to the litigants who need legal advice. So basically think about it along those lines, that there will be like video conferencing, like how I am reaching out to you. We are not into video conferencing, you cannot give me the live feedback right now, but on the similar point, if we are on a the video call where you could ask me your problems and I will be able to answer it. So such kind of interaction also happen in the case of Tele-Law. The lawyers would be linked or connected with the people who need the legal aid. This service aimed to reach out to the needy, especially the marginalized and disadvantaged. So at times what happened, a lot of people could not afford the charges or the meeting charges of a lawyer. So in that regard, we can understand that for marginalized and disadvantaged, it is very beneficial. Also in the hinterland of India, where the road connectivity itself is not very good, or the people from rural area would have to travel to urban areas to get in contact with lawyers. So in that regard, it is actually very accessible also for them. Under this program, smart technology of video conferencing, telephone instant calling facilities available at the common service centers at panchayat level are used to connect the indigent, downtrodden, vulnerable, unreached groups and communities with the panel lawyers for seeking timely and valuable legal advice. So that is the whole thing, that the people who are marginalized and vulnerable, they would be connected with the panels of lawyers so they can get the legal aid. Now they would be getting the access to the resources, the video conferencing, the calling, all this thing would be provided at the common service center. Tele-Law service enables anyone to seek the legal advice without wasting precious time and money. So this is one of the important thing, that though it is especially meant for the disadvantaged and marginalized, that doesn't mean that common people, you and me, cannot reach out to them. So we can also avail the benefits of Tele-Law, and we could like save the time to go over there and meet the lawyer in person. We can just ask for the legal aid. This service is free for those who are eligible for free legal aid as mentioned in the section 12 of Legal Services Authority Act of 1987. What is this particular act? What are the provisions under it? We will discuss in the upcoming slide. As of now, just understand that for the people who are eligible for getting the free legal aid, the Tele-Law is also free for them. Like they will not be charged anything for it. But for others, it is a nominal fees that is charged. Like if you and me are going and asking for a legal advice or using the Tele-Law feature, then we might have to pay a nominal fee if we are not eligible for the free legal aid, which is mentioned under the section 12 of the Legal Services Authority Act of 1987. Now let's quickly understand the constitutional provision. So these all things, these are enabling factors are done by the state because of the constitutional provision. So under Article 39A, which is part of your DPSP, Directive Principle of State Policy in the Constitution, it mentions that India provides that state shall secure the operation of legal system, promotes justice on the basis of equal opportunity, and shall in particular provide free legal aid. So you just remember Article 39A was inserted by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976. So before that it was not like specifically or explicitly mentioned in the constitution regarding the free legal aid, but after the 1976 there is an explicit mention to provide free legal aid under Article 39A. Similarly, there is also Article 14 as well as Article 21, which part falls under the fundamental rights part of the Constitution. It makes it obligatory for the state to ensure equality before the law and a legal system which promotes justice on the basis of equal opportunity to all. So in India, in Indian Constitution, it is specifically defined that equality before the law. Everybody is equal in front of law, and this is guaranteed under the fundamental rights. So we can understand the constitutional provisions are guaranteed because justice is considered as one of the basic tenets for the any nation or any individual to function on. So that is why Constitution has specifically mentioned about the equality before the law, and later on with the Constitutional Amendment Act, the free legal aid was also inserted in the text of the Constitution. Now let's move forward and try to understand about the Legal Services Authority Act, through under which there was a provision to provide the free legal aid for the downtrodden. So in 1987, the Legal Services Authority Act was enacted to give free and competent legal services to the poor and paved the way for the constitution of National Legal Service Authority or NALSA and other legal services institution at the state, district and taluk level. So basically NALSA, which is again has been doing a lot of great work in terms of the benefit regarding the downtrodden people, and in fact there is a very famous case in which the transgender was recognized as the third gender. That particular case was filed by between the NALSA and Union of India in the 2014. So they have been doing a lot of good work and providing lot of free services to the people who need it, and this particular NALSA was created by the Legal Services Authority Act of 1987. So NALSA is a statutory body. Free legal services under the LSA Act are available to person belonging to scheduled tribe and scheduled caste, women, child, victim of human trafficking, differently abled person, industrial workmen and person in custody in a protective home, and the poor. So basically these are the people who are eligible to get the services defined under the NALSA, the authority through which it is provided. So these people, the SC/STs, child, victim of human trafficking, differently abled people, industrial workmen, people in custody in like protective home, and the poor people. So these are the people who will be eligible for the free legal aid. So So I hope you have understood all the things we have mentioned in this video. What is Tele-Law, which ministries are associated with it, how it is empowering the people to get the justice, and how it is beneficial to the disadvantaged and marginalized specifically, then the constitutional provision associated with it, as well as the act. So if you have any doubt, feel free to drop a comment. Thank you.